Hey, this is Tony with Salt Strong, and in this video I want to talk about when is the best time to throw topwater lures in the wintertime. Now, topwaters are really not a popular lure choice in the wintertime just because of the colder, water surface temperatures and also the air temperatures. Fish aren't really, going to strike topwater, but if the right conditions align, you can have a really good day fishing topwater lures in the wintertime. So I want to talk about 3 factors that are really going to come into play to decide whether or not you want to throw a topwater when it is cold out. So number 1, you want to be fishing during a warming trend. And what I mean by that is you want to be fishing, a few days after a cold front comes through and or, a day or two right before the next cold front comes through. That's going to be the warmest time of the week because that cold front has had a chance to pass through. Air temperatures are going to start to stabilize and those fish are going to become more active. They become more acclimated to, the water temperature as it's slowly starting to creep back up, even if it's just a degree or two. It doesn't have to be a 5 or 10 degree temperature change in the water to get fish fired up. It's really relative to wherever you're at. So let's say the water temperature is 59 degrees one day, and then, a few days after that cold front passes through, that water temperature creeps up to about 61, 62 degrees. Just that 3 or 4 degree temperature change will get those fish feeding more. So again, number 1, you want to be fishing during a warming trend in the wintertime. Now, number 2 is going to be the time of day. That's going to be very important in the wintertime. It's just the opposite of the summertime. In the summer, we say to throw topwater lures early in the morning because of the low light conditions. Also, water temperatures are a little cooler in that more comfortable zone for those fish. Just the opposite in the wintertime. Ideally, I prefer to throw topwater lures, in the middle of the day or later in the day in the wintertime because that gives the water just a little bit more time to warm up and get those fish more active. Now, in addition to time of day, this is going to be number 3, and that's going to be, the conditions of the sky. Is it overcast? Is it partly cloudy, mostly cloudy? What is, the sunlight doing? And again, time of day, later in the day, and it's overcast, that's going to be a perfect time to throw topwater lures in the wintertime. Now, it doesn't have to be, completely, fully overcast, sky filled with clouds. If you have a period of the day where you just get a bunch of clouds that roll in and, it's sunny all morning and then all of a sudden it gets really cloudy in the middle of the day and then it clears up again, that cloudy period of the day is going to be prime time for topwaters. Again, because of the light penetration or the light hitting the surface of the water, fish aren't very willing to strike topwater or on the surface when that sun is straight in their eyes because number 1, they can't see. That sun's going to blind them. They'll usually miss the bait, not worth the chase, especially in the wintertime when they don't have a lot of energy. And then also, if they go up to strike that bait and they get blinded by the sunlight, they are now susceptible to being, prey for something bigger, birds, dolphins, sharks, and things like that. So sunlight is good in the wintertime as far as warming the water temperature up, but you want to let it warm that water temperature up and then start throwing topwaters if you get that break in the day where you have some cloud cover or even just a shadow line, a shaded area on the shoreline where those fish will use that to ambush their prey. So definitely consider that if you are throwing topwaters in the wintertime. Now, one last thing I wanted to touch on was lure color. Topwater lure color, in my opinion, doesn't really make too much of a difference. If anything, I will have a white or a bone color topwater and then have a darker color topwater. If the water is very clean, I'll go with white. If the water's pretty dirty, I'll go with a dark color. And again, I really don't feel topwater color really matters too much because number 1, most of the lure is up on the surface. The fish can't really see the colors all that well unless it dives under the surface a little bit. But in general, have a light colored and have a dark colored. And these 2 lures here that I have are the Head-In Super Spook Junior. We do sell these on our shop page, so if you are interested, definitely be sure to check that out at fishstrong.com. And if you're one of our insider members, you do get up to 20% off all the tackle and gear that we sell on our shop page, so definitely be sure to take advantage of that. And if you're not a member, you still have access to these products, but you don't get that really good discount. So if I were you, I'd definitely check out that Insider Club where you can save money on tackle, and also we guarantee you'll start catching more fish. So that will wrap up this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Also, I'd like to know your feedback. If you like to throw topwater lures in the wintertime, what's your best strategy or plan of attack when it comes to using topwaters and it's colder out? So definitely let us know down below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.
If you are new to Salt Strong, we are the online fishing club that guarantees you'll start catching more fish while saving money on your favorite tackle and gear. To learn more, head over to saltstrong.com and we'll see you there.